What's going on, guys? It's Doss. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another story time video. Of course, another video where I talk to you guys about my life, what's going on, and the channel, you know, just all sorts of things. It's story time, obviously. So I don't really know how to feel about this story time video because I'm a little worried and pissed. So the reason why I'm pissed is because this is actually take two. I realized the camera wasn't even working. I was sitting here talking for about a good like 20-25 minutes and the camera wasn't even recording. Anyway, that's why I'm pissed. So I'm a little worried because as you guys know, you can see the title right there, or the title wherever you click on this video. I'm probably gonna be leaving the dealership life. You guys know that I've pretty much worked in dealerships ever since I've been out of high school, so I'll go ahead and get started with a little backstory, right? So I've always loved cars. Then I started researching a little bit more, and you know, I found out there was like detailers and car washes, you know, like actual jobs that I could really do in the dealership, because I thought I was gonna have to be a salesman, something like that, and I'm not a people person, so I really don't want to be a salesman. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be a detailer or a car washer or whatever. Like right after I graduated high school back in back in summer of 2019, I immediately got hired at this Ford dealership. Of course, Ford. I'm a huge Ford fan. I don't care if any of you guys want to say, oh, you know, you trying to do something with Ford. No, I don't care. I love Ford. I'm a Ford guy all the way until the day I drop. Now. So I got hired at the Ford dealership and I loved it. It was amazing. I was getting paid every week, not that much money. I thought it was a lot of money when I got out of school, but I was getting paid, you know, every week, and I just loved it. I loved washing those cars. Now, I initially got hired at the Ford dealership to be a detailer, but they hired me first as a car washer, pretty much the same thing, to train me as a car washer, and then later on I would move up to a detailer. No, I decided to stay a car washer because pretty much make the same amount of money as detailers, and they were doing like extremely hard work for the most part, so I was like, nah, that. I'm gonna go ahead and just stay a car washer. So anyway, 2020, when all the corona and stuff like that started going on, we started getting really understaffed because the Ford dealership was just dropping people like just like that, right? And we were getting understaffed. It was so bad to the point you saw service advisors washing cars for the customers. It was bad. So it was about a year and 3 months I was there, and somebody accused me for something like that. Just another bullshit excuse just for them to drop me, even though back when I worked at the Ford dealership, like in a 4-month period, I was the only person who could wash, who can clean the vehicles. Like all the detailers were fired or whatever, they were gone, they quit, and I was the only one washing cars. I was the only one, so everything was coming to me. I'm talking about sales and what. So every single car that needed to be washed, you know, I did it, you know, and obviously I worked there long enough to actually finance my own cars. When you saw that, you guys know that little Ford Fiesta I used to have, and I traded it in for my Dodge Charger right here previously. So, you know, I did a lot for that dealership, and they did a lot for me. So I thought I was good, but they cut me like that. They like somebody accused me for something like that, but I never knew who it was, and boom, I was just gone just like that. So I was unemployed for about 2 months. That's the part I keep leaving out of these videos. I was unemployed for 2 months until I jumped on that Dodge dealership. And that was, what, August 2020? So I was at that Dodge dealership. So obviously not even 6 months later, right? Or I guess you could say about 6 months later. So at the Ford dealership, keep in mind, I only washed cars, detailed cars, and I was a service porter. A service porter, you're basically just stuck on the service drive all day long, and you're just parking cars, doing stuff for service. Now at the Dodge dealership, I got hired at right after that. I was a sales porter. Loved it. Best job I've ever had. The sales porter was unbelievably, truly great. You had so much freedom. You actually took, like, it was more driving involved. Loved it. I loved that Dodge dealership until early this year, where things started to kind of get a little mixed up too. I don't know why. It's something weird. Like I told you guys in my last story time video, it's this weird mythical force that just keeps pushing me. Like I try to land on a job and sit there for a second and just chill, but something just keeps pushing me, just keep going and keep going, which I like that, but at the same time I don't like that. I want to rest, but I don't want to rest. You know, like I'm talking fast right now because I got things flowing, because I just did it. This is take 2, so all this is coming right out of the pipes right here, right? Now, anyway, but yeah, I love that job. I love the Dodge dealership job, and I knew something, like right when I knew something was popping off, like I didn't like that, you know, because I liked that job back when I first started back late 2020. Just about 6 months later, that was it. Dealerships will be like in groups, right? So let's say there'll be a Doss Ford, and then a Doss Chevy like 30 miles out, and then a Doss BMW, you know, about 20 miles out or whatever. You know, there'll be groups, right? The Dodge dealership had another dealership across the freeway. They told me they were understaffed with service porters. Obviously I didn't have a choice to go over there, so they transferred me over there. I didn't want to go. I mean, I knew what a service porter was. I knew that, you know, I knew all that. I was like, why me though? Like, why? Like, you could easily hire people to be a service porter over there. Why don't you let me do what I'm already doing? But, you know, they wanted to do it the sketchy way, and you would think a professional dealership would be professional enough to tell you if they have a problem with you or not, instead of just tossing you over to a different dealership. Anyway, so yeah, I'm over there at the GMC Buick dealership, as you guys know. I don't like this because I don't, you know, if I wanted to be a service porter, I would have been a service, I would have stayed a service porter at the Ford dealership like I did for the Bethany. I don't like it, you know, I don't like being stuck on the service drive. You know, I'll be stuck on the, I'll just be on that service drive, just, you know, parking those cars and stuff like that, and I'll see people come in, like normal looking people. They'll come in with these $80,000-$70,000 vehicles, and I'm just like, what do you hide? What do you do? How can you manage to afford this $80,000 just massive, just XL, whatever they call it, the Yukons or whatever? No, man, I can't stay stuck. I mean, I love the dealership life because it's very easy for me to, I mean, I had fun. I had a lot of fun at the dealerships. It was about a total, it was about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. I have a lot of fun because obviously it's very easy for me to bring vehicles in front of the camera for you guys, for TikToks, you know, Snapchat stories and YouTube videos. It was very easy for me to do that, as you saw. But, you know, it's just, you know, it's like the dealerships are petty, you know, and they do stuff very childishly, not professional enough. And I just don't like that, you know. And obviously I can't stay stuck at, you know, 10, 11, $12 an hour. This dealership I'm at now is the highest paying it's the highest paying dealership I've ever been to. I'm getting paid $12 an hour now. At the Ford dealership, I was getting paid $10 an hour. At the Dodge dealership, I was getting paid 11 something an hour. You know, so it was going up, but you know, it's just, why do they do things the way they do, you know? And I can't, I'm tired of that, you know? I have 3 cars out there, you know? I can't, I mean, and 2 of them paid off, obviously, but the other one is called, it's like one of my checks, like the note for that Charger and the insurance, that's one check right there. I just can't do this anymore, you know? I can't, you know, they keep tossing me around doing this and that, doing this little petty stuff, and I gotta move on, you know? I can't stay stuck at $12 an hour forever, you know? It's just not $12 an hour. You can live off it, but you can't live off it, you see what I'm saying? No, man, I can't. No, I need a professional. I need something that actually is gonna work for me. That's actually gonna help me out with this, with what I'm trying to do. If you know, I'm trying to make stuff happen, and then stuff happen, and I can't keep worrying about my job. You know, my source of income, like, you know, when I'm trying to do stuff like this, you know. So I know you're probably wondering, like, why don't you just keep one of the dealership jobs as a part-time job? You know, well, the positions I'm doing, they're not really part-time like positions, but yeah, that could work. That could be a possibility, but I think I just want to get rid of it completely, or go to a different dealership, you know, because, you know, and do that as a part-time job. Because, man, dude, I just don't understand this force that just keeps pushing me. Like I'm gonna fly, right? Boom, I land right here on this little spot right here, and then the wind just blows me away, right? I land on, boom, this spot right here, and the wind just blows me away. It's just like, that's how I'm feeling right now in my head. Like, I can't, like, seem to chill on a good, because that Dodge dealership, I would have probably stayed on there for 10 years, but you know, I was making a lot of money at that Dodge dealership, but that was overtime, and that's another thing. You can't rely on your overtime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I might be leaving the dealership life pretty soon, you know? That's crazy, because I love those new cars. I love, you know, being the first to jump in these new cars and stuff like that, and provide those new cars for you guys in front of the camera. I love that stuff, you know? You guys know I love that journalism, you know? I love all that, you know? But hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I might be leaving the dealership life pretty soon. You want to go ahead and try that for yourself, go ahead. I had a lot of fun, as you can see all these little stories, stuff like that that's coming up over the screen, so you don't see all this face action all the time. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope my camera's still recording, because if not, I'm gonna just punch around. I'm just gonna go ahead and just toss this one out and go ahead and give me a Sony or some shit. I'm just kidding. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's it.